I suppose initially, because it's beautiful. I mean, it's an aesthetic thing, isn't it? You know, you look at it, it's very pleasing to the eye. It's very green, very lush.
Most weekends as a family we travel up, spend time in the Lake District. A lot of time in the lake. We're often swimming, paddleboarding, jumping in, just cooling off, just generally being around the lake because we love it.
So in terms of what attracted us to come to the lakes, and we came very, very often, was its beauty. But then when we became more active and when we had young children, it was the activities you could do here. And an awful lot of the activities you can do very economically.
It doesn't feel clean all the time though, but you do notice on a really still day, often in winter and autumn, it looks clean, it looks clear, but for the large percentage of the time, I'd say it looks murky, and it doesn't look pleasant.
It's a lot muckier, you can just tell. It's just not as clear as it usually is, and it just depends on the weather as well. But it just doesn't seem. In the last couple of years, it's just declined even more.
I don't know, it looks dirty, it's like stagnant water, so I just wouldn't go in there because it looks not nice.
They were releasing sewage into the lake on approximately 236 days a year.
That's quite scary, because I would just jump in and swim and, really it wouldn't bother me rinsing my cup out in the water, wouldn't be bothered. So the thought of that is actually disgusting.
I do know there is a water treatment works towards the south end of the lake. I'd say about 4 or 5 miles from the outlet, which goes out towards the sea. And you do notice, occasionally you go past that, there's a water treatment works, and you can smell it. You can smell that the water treatment works working. But you assume that it's clean. You assume that the water's cleaned and pumped in once it's got to a safe limit. Blue-green algae, which looks like almost like a type of an oil slick on top, and that really puts you off going in. You don't want to jump in, you don't want to be in, you don't want to let the dogs in. So that kind of puts you off.
Dog always wants to go in the water, but you know, it's going to be a bit of a worry this year. Normally it used to only happen later on in the summer, but now it seems to be all year round they are struggling with it, so.
When I was young, we would often come to lakes, and Windermere char, which is a char's a fish. It's a bit like, I don't know what it really is, but it's like a cross between a trout and a salmon. And that was always on the menus when you go out, you go to a pub or restaurant, it was always there. It was like a staple thing. And that's completely vanished, so I'm guessing that Windermere char has kind of gone.
I don't think there's a lot of fish in Windermere. I've been to a lot of the lakes off the River Shannon, and there's a lot more wildlife in them lakes, and the lakes are a lot cleaner.
Two inlets up at Ambleside, which is the kind of north end, the outlets at the south end, which is 10 and a half miles away. I guess it's going to take ages. Whatever's put in the lake is going to take a long time to get out. If the water qualities, Windermere and all the other lakes, are being damaged through sewage, and it destroys that, making people aware of that will really change that behaviour, because no one's going to find it acceptable if they know about it.
To see things go extinct would be awful, and to think that it was caused by people and not by something natural.
Personally, I believe this lake should be as clean as it can possibly be, because it has such a big impact in the environment and on people's health and on people's financial security in the locality. We have to stop doing what we do.